In this video, let's talk about decision. What does it really mean to make a decision? It's not just telling yourself, it would be nice. Not dreaming, not hoping, not fantasizing that someday everything will change on its own. Decision isn't about words. It's about what happens inside you. It's that moment when you honestly admit to yourself, enough postponing. Enough excuses. I choose. And that simple phrase in your mind can change your life more than all the motivational videos and books combined. Very often people live in "let's see" mode. I'll see how it goes. If the conditions are right, then I'll start. When I have more time. But the truth is, perfect conditions never come. They don't exist. There's always something in the way. Circumstances will never be fully tailored to you. Decision doesn't need perfect conditions. It creates them. That's the real meaning. You don't wait for someone else to give you permission. You give it to yourself. Many confuse decision with hope. Hope is passive. It sounds like, "I'd like things to work out." Decision is action. It's, "I'm ready to take responsibility." And that word, responsibility, often sounds heavy. It scares us. Because it breaks the old habit of blaming everything around us. Circumstances, family, government, boss, crisis, luck. When you truly decide, you stop being a victim. You stop justifying inaction. You stop saying, "It's not my time," and start acting. Even if it's scary. Even without guarantees. Even if no one supports you. Many say, "I don't know how." And that's normal. Decision doesn't require knowing the whole path. It requires choosing a direction. Telling yourself, "I'm going there. I'll figure out the rest along the way." You can change the plan. Adjust the steps. But if you don't decide, you won't go anywhere. The path becomes clearer only after you start walking. Your mind begins to see opportunities only when you stop standing still. If you stay undecided, your focus fills with excuses. Why not now? Why it won't work? Why it's not worth the risk? There's another important thing, the price of decision. Decision is a choice. And every choice means giving up something. Old comfort. Familiar explanations. Excuses. The habit of blaming others. Sometimes even people around you who don't want to change. Decision always has a price. And you have to be willing to pay it. Think about how many times you said, "I want to earn more. I want to travel. I want a different job. I want to live differently." And then you stayed in the same place. Because there was no decision. Only hope. Decision isn't a 5-minute inspiration. It's not a sudden mood. It's a commitment to yourself. A choice you have to confirm over and over. Every day. When you don't want to get up. When you're lazy. When you're scared. When you don't believe in yourself. When everything goes wrong. It's the habit of choosing your direction. Telling yourself, "I choose this again. I'm not going back to the old." It's not a one-time act but a process. Just like one workout doesn't transform your body. Decision is training your character. Many people look for motivation. They wait for a special state. When I wake up inspired, I'll start. But motivation comes after action. After the first results. Even small ones. When you see that movement has begun. That the path is open. Decision and focus are two sides of the same coin. Because decision determines where you look. What you choose to notice. Focus is the filter of your perception. If you focus on fears and problems, they grow. Your brain confirms your worries. It sees obstacles and misses opportunities. If your focus is on goals and steps, you start seeing paths. Not because they weren't there before, but because you started noticing them. Focus is your choice every day. What do you choose to see? Obstacles or possibilities? Excuses or the first step? Fears or goals? It's not about ignoring problems. It's about prioritizing. Where you spend your energy. On complaining, or on solutions. The world around you doesn't change on its own. It reflects your choices. Your priorities. What you decide to see. Decision is about stopping to study problems under a microscope and starting to look at the goal. It's not naive optimism. It's a mature choice. Sometimes we're afraid to decide because it commits us. As long as there's no decision, we can say, I didn't start, so I didn't fail. But in reality, that's the failure. Waiting. Postponing. Spending life in maybe mode. Decision is how you stop being a spectator. Become a participant. Not just talking about how it could be, but testing it in practice. Yes, it's risky. Yes, you might make mistakes. But only this way do you have a chance for something different. Very often people fear that making a decision means committing to perfection. I don't know how to do it right. What if I fail? But decision doesn't require a perfect plan. It requires your choice. Your responsibility. Mistakes will happen. You can't avoid them. But mistakes are movement too. Without decision there won't be any. Just standing still. Another important thing. Decision isn't a one-day event. It's a habit. It's repetition. Choosing again and again. Even when you're tired. Even when you don't feel like it. Even when you're tempted to go back to old comfortable excuses. Because the habit of living without deciding is strong. It gives comfort. But it takes away the chance to change anything. Think about what decisions you've been postponing. What you keep pushing to later. What scares you with its uncertainty. What excuses you use not to start. Look at it honestly. Without blaming yourself. Just acknowledge it. And choose. Because choosing is something no one can do for you. You can fool anyone. But decision is the moment you stop fooling yourself. You say, I choose. Without guarantees. Without perfect conditions. Without 100% certainty. But you choose. Decision doesn't promise you an easy life. It gives you possibility. Chance. A chance to move. To change. To grow. To have a new life. Think. What do you really want? Are you ready to let go of the old for it? Are you ready to stop blaming the world? Are you ready to take responsibility for your direction? What do you choose today? If you want to get to know yourself better, grow, and build wealth both mentally and financially, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment.